You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What's up, Black and White sports fans? John Matrix here, and I'm back with another video. All right, the woke NBA playoffs, they're going to be resuming. We all know that they canceled because of the boycott. Games from yesterday were actually canceled, but the woke NBA playoffs will be returning starting tomorrow on Saturday for, I guess, the enjoyment purposes of all two people that are actually watching the Marx's NBA of China playoffs on TV. I know I'm not watching it. I don't know anybody that's really watching it, to tell you the truth, but I won't be tuning in. I just won't. I do not support the NBA anymore. But you know that the woke players, they had a hissy fit over the shooting of a guy that was charged with third-degree sexual assault. This is the guy right here, the guy that had a knife in his possession, a guy that was going to get a knife that was trying to stab police officers because they came to arrest him. So the NBA players, they overreacted without really looking at any of the facts. So this just tells me that the NBA players are completely stupid. They're completely stupid. So apparently now the NBA owners and the league, they have pretty much now bent the knee down to the players for social change. This, my friends, I guess will be the end of racism in their eyes, because remember, the players actually said that they didn't want to go back until there was change. So I guess something has changed over the course of one day. Racism is dead in one day. Yeah. We all know that's completely ridiculous, that the NBA players are just completely full of it, okay? So this is actually some of the demands that the players wanted and that they're going to get from the owners and the NBA. It says here on ESPN, among the commitments is the immediate establishment of a social justice coalition with representation from players, coaches, and governors, which is actually owners, by the way, that will cover a wide variety of issues, including increased voting access, promoting civic engagement, and advocating for meaningful police and criminal justice reform. How about this? Why don't they start advocating for people not to commit crimes? Jacob Blake was committing a crime. That's why he was shot. He was committing a crime. But, I guess, let's not tell the criminals not to commit crimes, okay? I guess they can commit crimes, but the police can't do their job. That's what the NBA wants. But here is the kicker here, okay? In every NBA city where the Leeds franchise owns and controls this arena property, team owners will work with local officials to turn those arenas into voting locations for the 2020 general election, giving constituents a way to vote in person during the virus pandemic. If that isn't possible, there will be an effort to use those facilities in other ways, including as sites to register voters and receive ballots. Okay, we already know that the NBA has a far left agenda. They are Marxists, okay? They are communists. So now they want to pretty much weaponize their league as a political tool to take advantage of people. This is what they want to do. And you got to know that they want people to vote their way. It's clear. If you're not voting for a Democrat, they don't want you to show up. Let's be clear about that. Because if they had a bunch of conservatives actually going to vote in these arenas, this would probably not even be happening, okay? But the thing is, they feel that voting access is systemically racist. Now, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I came from an all-black neighborhood, okay? We had no problem voting whatsoever. You went down, you showed your voter registration card, and I think now you just show your ID, and you vote. It's that simple. There is no systemic racism with that. It's complete BS, okay? But also a statement also made by the players, namely I'm talking about LeBron James. He says something that is just so idiotic, okay? and he has his more than a vote thing going on, nonprofit. But he said this, and it's pretty stupid. LeBron is still living in the past. He says, quote, "We stand ready to support the NBA Players Association and the NBA's effort to convert every NBA arena possible into a polling location for this fall's election. We know," here's the kicker, "we know that voting will not end our pain. Voting cannot bring back those killed by the police officers sworn to protect us. Voting cannot erase the scars of slavery and segregation. It cannot change our history, but it can change our future." So let me get this straight, okay? Apparently, I guess slavery is still going on now. Segregation is still going on now. LeBron, I'm like 7 years older than you folks, than LeBron, okay? LeBron is an idiot. Nobody, absolutely nobody in the United States has been a slave, okay? Nobody knows what it's like to be a slave. Segregation ended over like 52 years ago. 52 years. I'm 43. I'm older than LeBron. I've never experienced segregation, and I'm from the South, okay? If I want to go into a location, I don't see any whites only water fountain or black only water fountain. It doesn't happen, you know? But he says, you know, it's about the future. Well, we're 50 years in the future from that, and none of that happens. So this is a complete joke. LeBron just continues to show how idiotic and stupid he is, okay? This is a joke, folks. Them playing in the bubble, this had nothing to do with sports. Nothing to do at all with sports. And it just seems to me that they're doing this to try to hijack an election. That's what it looks like to me on the surface. Now, if they want to use, you know, the arenas for the election, you know, in a nutshell, I don't really have a problem with that. Yeah, you got the virus out there, so I guess you probably need more locations, but they're trying to put this out there like that people cannot go and vote just because of the color of their skin. It's a lie. It is 100% a complete lie. Voter suppression is a lie. But the NBA, you know, they don't want to lose the money. And of course, players, you know, if they don't play, they're going to lose their money. And trust me, NBA players love their money. So their demands were met. But you know what? When the next criminal out there commits a crime, refuses arrest, doesn't comply, and he gets shot, I don't want to hear anything from the NBA players. I don't want to hear anything about racism because racism is dead. If that guy does not comply with the cops, let's say if he's robbing a store or something with a gun and the cops shoot him, I don't want to hear anything from the NBA players. But you know what? Nothing is good enough for woke SJWs. It's not enough. These guys are crying and complaining about everything in the bubble. These are entitled, spoiled brats that truly don't believe in anything. Nothing at all. The lie of systemic racism has infected their brains and their bodies. LeBron still thinks this is the 1840s with slavery. He still thinks that this is the 1960s with segregation because everything that he brought up doesn't exist today. It doesn't. Have you seen a whites only sign or a black only sign? I'm sorry, I have not. I haven't. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? The NBA is about to get more woker than ever. Super duper ultra woke. This is what the NBA players want. This is what the Marxist NBA League of China wants. And they will be continuing their playoffs starting tomorrow. However, I'm not watching it. I don't know anybody that is. I can care less about the Marxist NBA of China. I'm pretty sure that the NBA covered all of this with their slave masters in China. Because remember, they follow what China says. Just remember that. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.